Hello and welcome on my talk about if this is a business you'd like to build, what you'd have to do in order to build that business. After what you've seen so far, you've probably decided it's a product you might like to use or a business you'd like to build. So this is really for those people that have said a business they'd like to build. They think, well, what would I actually have to do? So the first thing we say is write down your goals, like what would be the reason that you would have to do this business? Because what I've found in the 19 years I've been involved is it's a little bit different than conventional business because people don't know you're involved unless you tell them. No one's come knocking on my door saying, I hear you're in business, I'd like to join. So what we have to do is go out and invite people to look at the business opportunity that we have. So write down your goals. What's important to you? Why would you do this business? Why would you like extra income? Like for me, I think the future, the superannuation doesn't look great. I really think we have to provide for ourselves and take control of our own financial future. So I wanted to do that, and also so I could give my family a good lifestyle. My boys are now, or Graham, my boys are now 20 and 22, and we've really been able to give them a good quality of life with a lot of time with them, and it's great to see them as adults now. So you write down what's important to you and what goals. So then we start writing a list of people. So I always say start with 20 people you'd like to share both the products and the business with, and build that up to 200 over time. Now, first of all, I'd just like to show you how you make the money, how you get to what I would say a level where it gives you choices in your life, and then I'll show you what you have to do. I normally do this on a whiteboard, but I've just for this training done it on pieces of paper. So my first one is, if you decide this is a product you'd like to use or a business you'd like to build, is you need to get a number. Because people that just want to use the product, I will say, would you like to pay wholesale or retail? And I always find they say wholesale. So if they'd like to purchase at wholesale, which saves them on average 30%, we need to connect them to the company, and so they get a number. So on the sheet of paper, you will see that here as a distributor, they get a number, we connect them to the company, and they can purchase at wholesale prices. Now then, if they then share the product, say they enjoy the product, a little bit like if you go to a good movie or a good restaurant, you share that with friends. So if you love a product, because I find when I talk to people, they either want to look younger, feel younger, or they want to make extra money. And so then we share it, and they become involved in the business, and we'll find some come in to use the product, some come in to use and share with others, and some get in because they would like to build a business. Normally when I talk to people, I say, are you interested in earning money alongside what you're currently doing? Now, as a distributor, you only get paid 5% on your level 1. So that is the people that you introduce. If they in turn share or show the people the business and the team starts to grow, you do not get paid on any more. The next section, so that's as a distributor. So you can purchase the products at wholesale and you can get paid on your level 1, 5%. If you want to earn more money than that, say $500 plus, you really need to become what we call an executive. Now, this business is all about volume, so it's all about the volume of product that you turn over in the business. So a lot of people think, oh, is it a pyramid? But just to clear that, a pyramid is where you recruit by the head and people pay a fee to join your team, but no product changes hand. That is totally illegal, and that is not what we're doing. This is what we call a network distribution channel, and it's legitimate, and it's like any other business in the world. We get paid on the amount of product or the service that we provide other people. So we get paid on, it's all about volume. So to become an executive, it's a 1 to 3 month qualification, and basically each product has a point value, and it sort of correlates with the US dollar. So I'll just use that as an example. So to become an executive, it takes 1 to 3 months. So in your first month, you have to do what we call 1,000 points. So that's like $1,000. Now that's just not you, that's you and your team. Month 2 you have to do 1,500, and month 3 you do 2,000. And to stay an executive, you need to maintain that 2,000 points. although we like to encourage people to build a lot higher than that, at least 3,000 plus, because obviously then you make a lot more money, which gives you a lot more choices. And once you've gone through that qualification, you can then get paid on 9 to 20% on all the levels in your team. So that's a lot better, isn't it, to be paid on all the levels. Now, to become a leader when you start earning bigger incomes than that, what we do is train other people how to become an executive. So let's say this person here, they want to become an executive and they build a team. When they qualify as an executive, they then what we call break away from you. And then you, for training them, get a 5% override. And so long as they're maintaining 2,000 plus points in their team, they then get the 9 to 20%. And for you to qualify for the 5% override of the breakaway teams, you have to maintain 2,000 plus in your people who have not become an executive in your team. So basically, to become a leader, what we do is train people to get to that executive level. So say there's you and you're at the executive level and you train one other person to get to this executive level. So there's your team and them and their team. So that's you with one breakaway team. You're what we call a gold executive. Now these are figures that have been audited. I think these are slightly outdated, so I'll just give you a guess at roughly in annual terms what you would earn in New Zealand dollars. So as a gold executive, where there's you and your team and you've trained one others, the average is around 15,000 a month. So obviously some earn a lot more, some earn less, because it's all based on the volume of product that moves through you and your team. So if you find one person that likes to get that to that level, you could train another person. So there's them and their team. So there's you with your team and two others with their team. You're then called a lapse executive, and the average earnings is around about 25,000. So then if you train 4 people to build a team, so there's your team plus 4 other teams, you're then what we call a ruby executive. And the average ruby, as again, it's based on volume that moves through your team, is around $48,000 New Zealand a year. And I think at that level, you're still part-time. We say to build this alongside what you're already doing. You're still part-time, but that gives you a lot of choices in your life. And then if you build up to, say, 6 breakaway teams of people, you're called an emerald, and the average emerald earns around 100,000 a year. Now that's a stage probably where you can think, will I continue doing this part-time alongside what I'm doing, or would I like to create a full-time and be a full-time income? So big choices in your life. Now remember, as long as this volume maintains, this business is buildable and you can will it to your family as well. And you go further if you build 8 teams, you become a diamond executive, and the average New Zealand earnings is around 250,000 a year. And if you become what we call a blue diamond, that's building 12, it's around 500,000 a year. And always remember, some earn more, some earn less. This is just the average. So what would you need to do to do this? That's what I'm going to show you. We have a simple system where we invite people to look at the business. So we invite, are you open to earning money alongside what you're currently doing? If they say yes, we then present the business. Now on our website, we've got a 5-minute business presentation, which you can see, and then a 7-minute one. So everything's there. And then when they've seen the presentation, they'll decide. You can ask them, is this, would you like to be a user of the product, or is it a business you'd like to build? Wait and let them answer that question. If their answer is yes, it's a product they'd like to use, ask them if they'd like to pay wholesale or retail. If it's retail, you can then access that product and sell it to them at the retail price and make that markup. If they say wholesale, which I find everyone I offer that to says wholesale, I enroll them with the company and get them a number so they too can purchase it wholesale. I usually set up that first order with them, and then I teach them how they can manage their order online, or there is an 0800 number they can call. If they do the order online, they actually get 5% less than wholesale. And then what we do is train people to do the same. So in the middle, I've got that we all use the product. If you've decided this is a business you'd like to build, obviously you need to be a product of the product. And I always think it's a little bit like a redirection of spending. I always say to people, you're all using our product, and they look at me and then I go, but you may not be using our brand. We have over 200 products in our catalogue, so you may have washed your hair, conditioned your hair, used a body gel in the shower, brushed your teeth, used a deodorant, used a sunscreen, used a moisturiser. So we just say redirect that spending to your own business and all use the product. Because when you get results and you look and feel different, you won't be able to help but tell other people about it. So now I'm going to go over the simple thing and what the odds are on what we've found over the years we've been building. So here is another one. We say write up your goals. So write down what is important to you. Take money out of the equation and just write down really how you would like your life to be. How would you like to spend your time? What would you like to do? Who would you like to help? What causes can you help? Things like charities that you want to be a part of, perhaps where you want to travel, where you want to live. And then we say write a list of 20 and build that list of people up to 200 and invite them. So as I said, the simple invite I have is, are you open to earning money alongside what you're currently doing? If the answer is yes, we present the business. Now, if you don't want to present the business yourself, on our website we've got a 5-minute video clip, then a 7-minute video clip they can look at. If they want to know about the training, the products, they can look at our products. And then if they want to know how to build, obviously they can look at this. So let's just say this is a funnel and we invite 200 people. And that may take you, say, 2 to 3 years, or you could do it in 6 months. I mean, it depends on your goals and how quickly you want your outcome. Let's say 100 say, no, I'm happy where I'm at. I always say that's fine. Look, if anything changes and you would like to take a look, the door's always open. You can come back to me. Let's say 100 say yes and we present the business to them. And of that 100 that we present, 50 say no, or some people say I'd like to think about it. What I find in New Zealand, when people say I'd like to think about it, it's usually a polite way of saying no. So I'll usually say that to them. You know, I often find people say I'll think about it because they're being polite, but really they just mean no. So if you mean no, please tell me. And let's say 50 say yes, it's a product they would like to perhaps use and look at, or a business they'd like to build. So then we enroll them with the company and we get them a number so they can access it wholesale. If they have strong goals and they would really like to become a business builder quickly, there is a business pack that they can buy. In New Zealand it costs $2,300 and it gives them 1,000 of those points. So their first month of becoming an executive is therefore done. They will get like an ageLOC face spa, an ageLOC body spa. They'll get the ageLOC transformation and a demo kit so they can demo the products, use them themselves, and they'll also can get some PharmaNext products. So it's a fabulous range of products that they can get, they can use, and they can demonstrate and share with others. If you want to, your goals are smaller and you want to start slower, then you can start with whichever products that you wish to change to first. And of the 50 that say yes, I find that 4 get to that executive level. They build a team of their own, and the other people become users of the product. Some may share, and that becomes how you build what we call circle group, which is your 2,000 plus points to maintain your own executiveship. And once you get to that level where you've done 4 executives, remember I said that was the Ruby level, and the average Ruby earns around 48,000 New Zealand dollars a year. And as I said, that gives you choices. If your goals are smaller, you don't have to go quite so fast, or if they're larger, then we just keep on going and sharing it. And I always say it's a bit like building 4 teams of people. We find invite 200, share the products, invite them, find out if it's a product they would like to use or a business they'd like to build, and train them from there. And then when you've found 4, you just repeat it. If you want to become a diamond, you can find 4 again. If you want to become a blue diamond, you find another 4. And that's really the business. Keep it simple, and you can achieve and have take control of your own life and help others do the same. So I hope you enjoyed this training, and if you join our team, I'd love to meet you someday. Thank you for your time.